Good morning.
Morning. Morning.
My name is Scotty Ponca. I've been with the emergency management field in Kent County for almost 30 years now. Today we're going to go through a thing called the drugstore. This is Red Ribbon Week. We're talking about drug-free. We're also talking about bullying. We're also talking about peer pressure. We're talking about choices. Choices in your life. Choices that you make every day. Okay? Today we're going to learn how to make good choices. Today we're going to treat you like an adult, okay? That means we will treat you with respect. We will listen to your questions. And I would hope that you show us the same respect that we show you. Okay? The people that are here today are real. Everybody here, this is what they do for our community. We're not talking about LA. We're not talking about Chicago. We're talking about Ponca City, America. Okay? This is what we do. Please take your foot off the shoe. Once again, we will treat you with respect. We ask that you show us the same kindness. Okay? It means no talking when you're in line. Please listen to your leaders. We're going to meet up in about 40 minutes, and we'll talk about some of the things that we've learned today. All right? Do me a favor.
All right. This morning, this is your first stop during the drugstore experience this morning, and this is the pharmacy setup. To give you some information. We don't have a lot of time at each station, so it's very important for you to be quiet and to listen attentively and intently with both ears and listen quickly, because I'm going to be talking quickly, okay? This morning we are talking about legal drugs, okay? Drugs that are available for use or consumption that are legal. And in this area over here, we have items that are considered drugs because of the contents that are inside of them. I'm sure most of you have seen these. They are available in every convenience store, most grocery stores, Walmart. Liquor higher than a certain percentage point of alcohol is not available in Oklahoma in those particular places. So you can't get some of these things unless you're old enough to enter a liquor store. But nevertheless, these items are things that are considered to be drugs, and when consumed properly or by an age-appropriate person, and I can assure you that there isn't anybody in this crowd, student-wise, that's old enough to have any of these on your possession. In your hand, in your pocket, in your purse, backpack, none of those are available to you because of your age. Age restrictions for alcohol is 21. Age restriction for tobacco is 18. These drugs are the most common and also can be the most addictive. They cause things like cancer. We have a lot of drunken and driving fatalities. In fact, we had a most recent one over the weekend at the Oklahoma State University Homecoming Parade. You can also have some issues with this for death in the manner of an overdose, okay? Alcohol, as I said, the age restriction is 21, tobacco is 18. Since none of you here are old enough to purchase these on your own, if someone were to purchase these drugs and are old enough and then provide them to you, that makes these drugs then illegal, okay? And not only you, but the person who buys them for you can be in trouble. And you can be in as much trouble with the law for these items, consuming them at the age that you are, which is under the restricted age, as you could if you were participating in a drug that was deemed illegal from the beginning, okay? It's important for you to know that. Also, I found it pretty interesting that there are some items that are available on the market today that the packaging is of similar sort to things that are common candies and gums, and but yet because the packaging is done the way that it is, it makes it more appealing to you. I'm sorry. Okay. You're going to have an opportunity to move on to the next stage where you're going to learn about illegal drugs. Okay? All right. You guys have a great day.
So, we want to talk to you about drug awareness, okay? That's a marijuana leaf on the right, your left. Top's lower tab, those are actually prescribed. Any pain pills are prescribed by a doctor, but they're very dangerous. They're highly addictive, and there's a lot of people who have died from using them, okay? This is what they call crack cocaine. It looks like pieces of the chalk that you can ride on the sidewalks with, right? This is crystal meth. It looks like shards of glass, and this is ecstasy, and it's got different logos on it. The thing of it is, though, is I want to explain to you all is that drug dealers and drug users do not care about you. Okay, they don't care about your mom, your dad, your little brothers, sisters. They don't care about your family. They don't care if you die using the product they sell you. All they care about, and all users care about, is the next high. Okay, they'll steal from you. They'll steal from their dying mother on their deathbed. Okay, that's the thing you need to remember. Okay, here's another picture of methamphetamine on the right. It looks like shards of glass. Does that look like it'd be fun to ingest? It's disgusting, isn't it? Same thing on the right, or your left, that's more pictures of meth. Okay, these are, everybody knows what these are. These are syringes, right? Who likes going to the doctor and getting the shot? No, this is one of the preferred methods of drug users. Okay, they put a needle in their arm. The thing about this is, if you find these out in the streets, or if you find them in a playground, or the thing is that if you get poked by one of these, you can catch a communicable disease like AIDS, tuberculosis, hepatitis, which you can later die from. Okay, there's people that die from that on a daily basis. On the top, that's a spoon. If you see something on a spoon that's burnt, looks like kind of burnt yogurt, if you will, that's probably been used for drugs, so don't mess with that. Let a teacher or a parent or a guardian know to pick this stuff up if you see it. Okay, meth effects on the brain, and really all drugs affect on the brain. The thing of it is we're all given, when we're born, we're given a lifetime supply of feel-good chemicals. Okay, we only have a lifetime supply. The problem with meth and other drugs is whenever you take these drugs, it uses up large amounts of those lifetime supplies. So what happens is after using the drug, you can't get happy unless you take the drug. So that's why they're always depressed, their life sucks, they hate life, they're suicidal, okay? And it's a cycle, okay? Okay, meth labs, if you guys see any of this stuff, you can see the glass jars, the containers, the tubing. It's very dangerous. They come in all shapes and sizes. Here on your right, you see the bottles, and it can also come, a meth lab can come in a duffel bag, okay? But if you see something like this, the bottle with some junk in the bottom, black floaty things, and a liquid, be very careful with that. If you see it, don't touch it, leave it alone. Let somebody, call somebody, let them come get it, because if that plastic bottle cracks, as soon as that liquid hits the oxygen in the air, it becomes a flamethrower. Okay, so it'll burn you up. So you gotta be careful if you see that stuff. This is some of the stuff that meth is made out of. Anhydrous ammonia, Coleman fuel, red phosphorus, lye, acetone, hydrogen peroxide, rubbing alcohol. Would any of you drink any of those things by themselves?
No.
It's disgusting, okay? And what happens when you take the drugs, later on, those chemicals are gonna seep out of your skin. You're either gonna urinate them out or they're gonna seep out in sweat. We're gonna show you what happens when you take these drugs. That's called meth mouth. Who'd like to kiss that? Okay? This is called, that's called meth sores. Okay, whenever a meth user smokes the drug, it breaks down the cells in their mouth that produce saliva. Saliva, it keeps your mouth healthy. Well, that's what happens when you start using the drug. On the top, the meth sores, I talked about the drug seeping out. This is all drugs. Any type of chemicals you put in your body, you're gonna seep out. It gets infected, you start scratching at it. It happens to your face, it happens all over your body. You guys have probably seen people with this out on the streets in Walmart or something, on their face. The problem with all drug use is you're constantly paranoid because you're afraid of the police, you're afraid of getting caught. Who'd want to live in a constant state of paranoia? Okay, this young lady right here was a supermodel. That's her after she started using drugs. Okay, this here looks like it could be somebody's aunt, grandma. After a few short years of using drugs, she looks like a zombie. Everybody know who Whitney Houston is? Okay, that's before and after. Before drugs and after drugs. Now she's dead, and drugs ultimately killed her. So it doesn't matter who you are, how much money you make, drugs will kill you. Here's some more pictures of meth mouth. And we show you this because we want you to realize that this is a real deal. If you start paying attention when you're out and about, you'll see people with their teeth rotted out like that, beginning to look like that. They try to cover it up. They try not to show you their teeth, but you'll see. That's metamorphosis. You see over on the left-hand side over here, she starts out looking normal. Right here, she looks like she should be in a Walking Dead episode, right? She's disgusting, okay? On the bottom there, it says, smile, you're an addict, because now you're dead, okay? Every week, we deal with either people that have overdosed or died because of drug use, okay? Long-term effects, paranoia, constant movement, hallucinations, severe scars, HIV, hepatitis. And another thing you guys need to realize is once you ingest these, once you take these drugs, it has a negative effect on your organs, on your heart, your lungs, your liver, your kidneys, okay? And it stays with you forever. Once you damage that stuff, it's not irreversible unless you go get surgery. We deal with people all the time that they use drugs in their teens, early 20s. They die at the age of 45 and they have the heart of a 70-year-old because of the drug use. So it takes years off your life, okay? If you use drugs, I want you to read these. If you use drugs, I can guarantee you that at some point in time in your life, while you're using drugs, either you or a family member, if you introduce the drugs that are around your family, are going to encounter some of these, okay? Domestic violence, burglary, jail. I promise you, you'll go to jail if you start using drugs. Homicide, sexual abuse, okay? This is a very real life for drug users and drug dealers, okay? Who'd want to live like that? Okay, if you have children, would you like them to be sexually abused because of some choices you've made? It happens all the time. Okay, I introduced to you, this is Corporal Garrison again. This is his canine officer Blitz. They're going to try to see, they're going to detect to see if any of you have brought any drugs with you to class today. I hope none of you have. Please don't reach out to try to touch them.
What's your name? Colin, stand up for me. You know what to do? Anything on you I need to know about? Oh. What's this? Is this a game?
Okay, as I explained to you, this is a
Is this
very
funny?
real instance, okay? If you start using drugs, I can promise you that at some point in time, you will be arrested, okay? Everybody seen jailbirds? I like to talk to the class about jailbirds, okay? Everybody gets a kick out of jailbirds. But the thing what you don't realize is if you show up in jailbirds, you're the idiot, okay? You're the new comic. Everybody laughs at you when you're in jailbirds. So don't be an idiot, don't mess with drugs, and don't get in jailbirds, okay? What I want you to do is I want this row to get up, I want you to walk by and look at these. But while you look at these, I want you to remember that each piece of this evidence was somebody that got arrested, okay? I promise you, if you start messing with drugs, you're gonna get introduced to handcuffs real quick, okay?
All rise.
Thank you. Please be seated. Court is now in session. This case is State of Oklahoma versus Colin Crandall. Case number JDL 15-110. Show the state appears with Ms. Rebecca Hill, Assistant District Attorney. Mr. Crandall appears with counsel, Mr. Michael Vandenberg. Mr. Crandall is charged with possession of controlled dangerous substance, specifically methamphetamine. I reviewed the evidence in this case. I'm prepared to make a ruling. Prior to that ruling, I'm going to ask counsel to provide argument on the appropriate punishment. Ms. Hill, you may provide argument for the state, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. As you're aware, this juvenile has been charged with a very serious offense. Possession of controlled dangerous substance, methamphetamine, is a serious crime by the state of Oklahoma, and we ask that you adjudicate him delinquent. It's our recommendation that he be placed in state custody, and through that, a juvenile detention facility. I'm recommending that he pay court costs and fines, and we also believe, since this is a serious offense, that he go through a drug rehab program. And also, Judge, I think it's important, considering the nature of this offense, that he do some community service, which would cause him to remember this experience here. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Hill. Mr. Vandenberg?
Yes, Your Honor. I think it's important for the court to note that Colin is a 13-year-old. He comes from an intact family. He is active in school and has a good attendance record. In fact, he's maintaining consistently at the average. These are all indications of somebody who has some responsibility, and we're asking the court to consider probation and to leave him in the home where he can get the support he needs from his family.
Thank you, Mr. Vandenberg. Mr. Crandall, first thing I want you to do, sir, is sit up straight. You're in courtroom. Do you understand? Look at me when I talk to you, young man. You may think you're Superman, but you're not. Now, there was a time when juveniles or the kids like you could simply go out and commit certain crimes, later go on and say, I was young, I didn't know better. That's changed. I want you to realize how much that's changed. State of Oklahoma, our legislature, the district attorney's office, the judiciary, we realize what a serious offense, serious problem drugs are with young people like you. Now, under certain circumstances, at 16, you could actually be charged as an adult, tried in adult court, and sentenced as an adult for certain drug cases. If you were convicted, it'd follow you the rest of your life. The day will come that you'll understand what is so important about what we're fixing to do. Because you know what I understand, Mr. Crandall, at your age, you don't really understand how important and how serious this is. And based on the evidence in this case, the seriousness of the charge, I am adjudicating you a delinquent. I'm placing you in the custody of the Office of Juvenile Affairs. I'm going to require that you do 100 hours of community service. I'm going to assess a $2,000 fine and court cost. I want you to understand that community service on a weekend, on fall break, when your friends are sleeping in, doing things, not you, young man, you're gonna be up, you're gonna be somewhere working 8 hours. Get the community service done on that Saturday. Do you understand that? I'm gonna require that you complete and do an alcohol and drug program until your probation officer believes that's no longer necessary. Additionally, or that you do random drug testing. You know, based on your minor record, your performance in school, that you're doing well, I'm not gonna put you in a detention center. I'm gonna let you stay home with your parents. You understand that? But I want you to understand this. Mom and Dad don't make the rules now. I'm gonna set the rules out. Your probation officer is going to make sure those rules are followed. Mom and Dad must comply with those rules. You understand that? I'm gonna put you under curfew. You're to be home every day at 8 o'clock, period. I don't care what's going on. I don't care if you miss a sporting event, a school event. You'll be home every day at 8. You report to your caseworker, your OJA worker on a weekly basis. She'll be able to make unannounced visits, show up at your house, and inspect your room. I realize you're not old enough yet to get your license. When you turn 16, you won't be able to get your license now. So I'm ordered that it be suspended for the additional first 6 months. Because in a couple of years, I want you to remember how serious your actions were. Do you understand that? If you violate any terms, conditions of the probation that I'm ordering, if you do not pay the monetary assessments, and you know something? That's a lot of money. $2,000 fine and cost. So here's what I hope for you. I hope your mom and dad are strong enough that come your birthday or Christmas, you don't get that video game you want. I hope they give you a copy of what they paid that month on your fines and costs. I hope they have you out there working odd jobs to help pay for that. Do you understand that? You understand if you do not pay those fines and costs, if you get in trouble, you'll be brought back before me, and I can promise you, you will not be going home. You'll be going into a secure detention facility. Do you understand that? Mr. Crandall, is there anything extra you'd like to say? I wish you luck, young man. Court's in recess. You may take them.
Let's go this way.
Thank you, counsel.
All right, Colin, we've got a police report here that says that you've been involved in a crime, and I am Sharon, the OJA officer that has been assigned your case. And we've got Jennifer here with Northern Oklahoma Youth Services. It looks like that you were assigned some community service by the judge, and we're gonna get you into some counseling, and I'm gonna let Jennifer talk a little bit about that, and then we'll talk about what else is gonna happen.
All right, Colin, methamphetamines. Wow, how old are you?
13.
13, okay. Well, do you play any sports or do anything?
Yeah.
What kind of sports do you play?
Basketball.
Basketball? All right, you know that now you are no longer eligible to play basketball. With this kind of a charge, you're going to be meeting with Sharon and I both weekly, okay? And what I need you to understand is that between school and reporting to your OJA officer and our counseling sessions, we're gonna get you on the right track, because this could be a blessing that you actually got caught, okay? Because many people don't survive the very first time of using, especially methamphetamines, all right? So we need you to understand, this is your second chance. It may be your last as well, okay? Now Sharon has a couple
Okay.
things that she needs for you to do.
Couple other things that we're gonna do, okay, like she said, you're gonna meet with us weekly, you're gonna have, some assessments we're gonna take, because we need to find out how big of a drug problem that we have here. The other thing that we're gonna need is, you've been assigned to do random, UAs, and so what we wanna start with is we wanna start with getting one of those today. So what I'm gonna need from you is for you to take this cup, go across the hall and do me a drug sample, so we can find out just exactly what all's in your system.
What you can use them.
I'm good.
That was a poor choice.
Yes, absolutely. We need to go ahead and get a hold of Judge Turner
Yeah.
and,
Get him
notify-
scheduled for the next docket and look
Absolutely.
at doing some sanctions and,
immediately. Agreed.
yeah, get him into what he needs.
Yes.
Go this way, come on up, please. If you're in front and you can kneel down so the ones behind you can see, that'd be great. Kneel down. If you're in front, please kneel down.
I'll call 911. Hello? Yeah, I don't know. He took something. Yeah, my friend, he's not breathing. Okay.
Fire department. You got someone down here? Do anybody here that knows his name?
Colin.
Hey Colin, wake up for me. He's not breathing. I don't even feel a pulse. Let's go ahead and get a bag. We'll start CPR. We're gonna roll him over. What happened, Colin, here?
I don't know.
Has he been doing any kind of drugs? I see alcohol, I see pills, I see syringes.
I don't know. He was just laying there.
He's not breathing at all. So his name was Colin?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, we're gonna get him loaded up and get him in the ER quick. Stay ready. Yeah, 2 and 3. All right, up we go.
All right, go to the trauma room on arrival, thank you. What do you got, Judge? We've got an ambulance coming in with an approximately 10, 11-year-old child that was found down at the party. Drugs on board, possible alcohol, no pulse on arrival.
Oh, that was the worst outcomes we can ever have in the trauma rooms.
All right. Got the crash cart, let's get everything, make sure we got everything hooked up here. Got the shock pads. Got my drugs ready. No IV. No IV, okay, I'll get ready to start the IV on arrival. All right, guys, what do you got?
We got a 13-year-old male. His name was Colin Crandall, Yep.
13.
and his condition has not improved.
Okay.
Still does not have a pulse. He's not breathing.
Just take over CPR from the bag,
I got
CPR.
CPR.
Dad, get an IV started
Come
here.
on in. Colin, what were you doing, kiddo?
Do we know anything else?
There was a lot of drugs on scene. We're talking alcohol, syringes, pills, you name it, it was there.
Colin,
Get a whole lot of information from
Mama's.
a little bit.
Mama's worried
Push your
about
round of
you.
epi.
No change.
Do another round of epi. Okay, we've got a small shockable rhythm. Let's go ahead and shock him. Everybody clear?
Clear.
Any pulse?
No pulse.
Okay.
Colin, come on, honey.
Do another round of epi. How long's he been down?
Down for about
Several minutes.
several minutes.
Come on, Colin. Come on, buddy.
No change in route.
Come on, bud.
I'm still not getting anything. Any other suggestions?
Just continue for just a few minutes longer.
Okay. You got good pulses with CPR.
Andrea's gonna be devastated. This is her baby boy. He's so active in his sports. I see him playing basketball outside in the yard every day, kicking the soccer ball. They just lost their dogs. They got out the other day and I had to go over and help them get them. Come on, Colin. Any
One more
rhythm?
rhythm check. I don't think anything else can be done, guys. Time of death?
9:43.
9:43.
All right, I'll go see if there's any family out in the lobby.
Okay.
Ambulance found him at a party. He wasn't breathing, he didn't have a pulse.
No, no. No, Colin, no. Please, God, no, please. No. Honey, I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. No. God, honey, no. Please, no. Do something. Help him.
We've done all we can,
No.
I'm sorry.
No, no. Come on, come on. No. Colin.
If you wanna come with me, we'll go try to get a hold of the rest of your family.
I don't want to. No, Colin. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Colin.
We are here today to celebrate the life of our beloved classmate Colin Crandall, whose life was taken from this earth too early due to unhealthy choices with drugs and alcohol. Let us bow our heads and let our ears be attentive to the words written by the psalmist. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
We started talking about choices earlier today, good choices and bad choices. Today, like I said, we're gonna treat you like adults. This is your time, guys. You either make the right decision or you make the wrong decision, okay? You have to be able to learn by it. The people that we've shown you today are real. The firemen, the police officers, the nurses, the clergy people. This is what we do for a living, okay? This is what our town has in it. Before you guys go back, would you please ask Deputy Barry to step in? This is Deputy Charlie Berry of the K County Sheriff's Department. This is Mr. James Burris.
Came down here a little bit to talk to you guys about what it's like in jail and prison. And it's pretty bad. I started smoking weed a long time ago when I was 12. It just grew from there. Started doing meth. Bad stuff, kids. I'm here to tell you, man. I went to jail when I was 14 years old. I robbed a store for $26,000. I thought I was cool. All my friends were smoking weed. You know, I thought I made a difference out there. But this is where it gets you. Every time, man. Right there in that casket right behind me. I'm here to tell you, kids, man, just got to do what's right. They log me down. I'm in lockdown all day, 23 hours a day. They let me out for 1 hour a day. Take a shower, write letters. That's all I do, man. It's bad stuff. It's bad stuff.
You get to, when you started smoking marijuana, this is where it gets you today.
I never would have known, man. What'd you say? Hey, this is serious, buddy. What's your name? Huh? Yeah, well, this guy right here is here for your protection, not mine. You need to pay attention. Listen to me. You hear what I said?
Have you ever given drugs away?
Yeah, I've given drugs away to kids just like you. I'd have you in my pocket. If you were in jail right now with me, well, I'd have you under my bunk. You think this is funny? Think this is a game? I'm telling you, you're gonna end up in that coffin right there. If you're lucky, you'll be in there in jail with me. And boy, I'd love that. That'd be nice.
You get to sleep a lot in jail?
I sleep a lot in jail. That's all I pretty much do. I read books.
How many people are in your pod?
Got 16 inmates, other guys in my pod. I fight all the time. All the time.
You ever have any injuries from fighting in there?
Oh yeah, my arms cut up. Yeah. Meth. That's what it does for you. Yeah, that's what it does for you. Huh? All my teeth rotted out from using that. The teeth I do have left are fake. I can't vote. I can't own a gun.
Do you know what your future is?
My future's gonna be the penitentiary if I don't stop right now what I'm doing. I just wish I had somebody like me to talk to you guys when I was y'all's age. This is the real deal. Man, I'm telling you. Norman, is that your name? What'd you say your name was? Nola. Yeah.
You doing all right on the end there? Okay. Please pay attention. All right?
Oh, you ain't listening either?
I'm listening.
Hey, this is serious stuff, man.
No, serious.
Yeah. Drugs and alcohol, this is what it does for you. This is real.
You getting special treatment for coming down here today?
No. I get out, I get to see the sun for a little while.
We're
But
going back to
tonight-
this
yeah,
evening.
tonight, you can believe I'm gonna be in my cell, thinking about old Nolan. Thinking about you all night, little buddy. Just wait. I remember who you are.
Mr. Burris, I want to thank you for sharing your time with us. Deputy Barry, thank you for bringing him out here today. Appreciate it. Mr. Burris is a nice guy. There is no difference between you and Mr. Burris. He made a couple bad decisions. He's trying to do better today. He gets a little bit better at meal here, gets to see the sun. But when you guys go home tonight, you sleep in your own bed, watch your own TV, please don't do that. He's going back to his cell. He has 115 other inmates with him tonight. Rapists, murderers, thieves. That's what he gets to go back to. You guys get to go home. Remember that, okay? Life is about the choices that we make. No difference between you and him. No difference is you guys are free today. So I hope you make the right choices. Okay? This is why we all came together to do this for you. I appreciate your time. Sir, if you